In the last couple years, more and more books on breathing correctly have emerged. And for the first time now, changing normal breathing patterns, which may be incomplete or partial, is also considered to be a very important aspect of sports performance, as is your mental game. But in general, as an adult, many people are breathing from just the upper part of their chest, and many people are breathing incompletely. And that results in creating stressful postures, and the lack of oxygen going to the organs means your body has to work much, much harder whenever it's under stress, whenever you're exercising. And the end result is that you may be functioning at half of your capacity because you're not breathing the way you did when you were a small child. And in recent studies, what they found is that at about the age of 5, the breathing pattern of a child switches to the upper chest, which is also associated with faster brainwave states. And so the whole process of returning to the natural breathing patterns of an infant, which is the goal of many Asian meditation and exercise systems, is one in which you are breathing with the lower part of the lungs, and that you're seeking to move your chest and your shoulders as little as possible, and you're avoiding hyperventilating, and you're avoiding holding your breath. So each state of consciousness that you're in on a daily basis is linked with the way that you're breathing. If you're angry, you're breathing in a different way than if you're sad. If you're sad, you're breathing in a different way than if you're afraid. And the idea is that the connection between your mood, your rate of healing, and the overall circulation of blood and oxygen throughout your system is regulated by the smoothness and evenness of your breathing pattern, and specific exercises that you can do that release tension from the body and the mind enable you to return to this original breathing pattern from your lower abdomen, which is sometimes called breathing from the diaphragm, which is a very important part of yoga, mindfulness, Tai Chi, and other systems. And relearning to breathe in this way has the potential to really, really change the way your body responds to stress and the way your body produces energy, because cellular oxygenation is also the key to cellular energy production. And the more you can oxygenate the brain cells, the faster the brain inflammation is reduced that is caused by COVID and then other aspects of an unhealthy lifestyle, which can include poor air or stagnant air or high sugar diet. But in general, make sure that you're trying to go out into nature as much as possible to practice. The oxygen content, if you're practicing in a nice green leafy environment, is 15% higher. And many, many people have told me that right away when they practice in an outdoor environment, they get much better results than when they practice at home. But even if you just open the windows a crack, that can make a huge difference and air out your training space so that you have fresh air and that you're not being trapped by what sometimes is called sick building syndrome, where all it is recirculated air, which is recirculating bacteria and doesn't give you the oxygen levels that you need, and is why the more you can practice in a woodsy green environment, the better. And also practicing on the ground when it's warm and bare feet, but even when it's cold out, practicing on the earth is very, very different than practicing on concrete or indoors, and it makes a huge difference in terms of lowering the impact on your joints and enabling you to balance out smoothly and naturally.